What are your feelings about the matchup?
Yeah, we're excited to go to play Texas A&M. College Station is a really cool environment. They're going to have an outstanding club. They're playing really well right now. Outstanding starting pitching. Cliff Notes version would be outstanding starting pitching, big velocity with power breaking balls. Usually your Texas A&M teams over the years are always built the same way. They're big and strong and physical. Always have lots of velocity. Always have really good arms out of the pen. So I think this is a weekend where offensively we certainly need to show up ready to hit the fastball, ready to react to the secondary stuff. Do our very best to put the ball in play, make Texas A&M pick it up, throw us out, that kind of thing, and just be ready to hit some really quality arms that are going to throw the ball really hard this weekend.
Will you reshuffle the rotation or anything this weekend? Same three guys?
Yeah, you know what? I got some new stuff for you guys this week. So we're going to go Pilkington on Thursday, and then I'm going to announce that we are back with our TBA group. And so TBA is back from suspension, and so we will go TBA on Friday and then TBA on Saturday, and just kind of see what direction the opening game goes for us in terms of how much Pilkington's able to go, who we're able to bring out of the bullpen after that, and then Friday and Saturday we'll be able to announce a starting pitcher, much obviously before the game starts, earlier in the day, that type of thing, but Friday and Saturday starts are going to be dependent on who gets on the mound for us on Thursday.
How much of that is the nature of the fact that y'all keep going from a Thursday start to a Friday start to a third, just back and forth?
Yeah, it's tough because, you want your guys to stay on their normal rest. In a perfect world, Connor Pilkington would throw every Friday, get the same amount of rest every time. But these Thursday, Friday games, going back and forth like you mentioned, it's tough for your starting pitching to come back on shorter rest. That type of thing. But at the same time, your Thursday, Friday, Saturday games are great because they're usually on TV. They're giving your program a lot of national exposure, and it's really cool. And there's so many great things that are going on right now in college baseball, via ESPN, the SEC network, and the channels that we're coming on. So it doesn't matter to us what night we're playing. If they want to put us on national TV, we're in.
You said last night on the call, and there's maybe a chance Hunter Stovall could be back faster than originally thought.
So it's definitely a fracture. It is a fracture of the fifth metacarpal, which is down. It's kind of down here at the base of the hand, and so he is in a hard cast right now. He will leave the cast on anywhere from 7 to 10 days, and then after that, he'll go into a looser type of brace a removable thing that can go on and off. And then it's just going to be a pain tolerance type of thing. So we will be without him for sure this weekend. My guess, and I would hope that maybe he's able to come back for the LSU series. I'm going to kind of keep my fingers crossed for that one. But I would think that, Hunter will certainly be available for the SEC tournament. And so obviously we look forward to getting him back. He's such a spark plug type of guy for us. But we've got good players all over the field. We're just going to kind of plug and play. We've had to play, I think, 12 games earlier this year without Hunter when he was dealing with his hamstring issues. And so, we'll probably, we haven't really decided what we want to do just yet, but, there's the possibility of moving Cody Brown back to second base, moving Harrison Bragg over to third base, or we could just basically keep LA at third. There's a couple of different things that we could do. We're going to see how the next couple of days goes and certainly want to see who A&M's going to throw and what matchups that, who we have based upon who they're throwing, that type of thing. But there's going to be a combination of Bragg and LA and Cody Brown, McNamee, those guys that are going to be out on the field filling in Hunter Stovall's role.
This week's a little bit.
At all.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah,
This week's a little bit different than it has been the last few weeks because you are coming off a loss.
Sure.
How have you approached this week, and how have you seen the team respond the last couple of days?
We just had a phenomenal practice outside. I think it was one of the best practices we've had in about a week or so. I think I think today was the first day where we had several of our guys that were through with finals. So it was just a really good atmosphere. You could see guys were kind of flying around the field a little bit. So, listen, we played an outstanding Auburn team right now that's ranked as high as 5th in the country, I believe. We played really well on Friday night. God, I can't even remember Thursdays, Fridays. We played really well on Friday night. We beat their ace on Friday night, who's an outstanding pitcher. Came back on Saturday, and Auburn played really well the entire day. And we just played okay that day. Auburn beat us twice, but by no means do I think any less of our club. By no means do I think we're going to do anything different. We're going to continue to attack the same way we always do. We're going to try to throw strikes on the mound. We're going to defend it at a high level, and we're going to pick up and manufacture runs and do those type of things. So in terms of us losing on Saturday, it's just one day. It's just one day, and we beat them the previous day, and I felt really good about winning on Friday night, and I still feel great about our club, and we're excited to get to Texas A&M and go play those guys.
Can Mangum pitch at all, or is he just...
No, he's going to be done on the mound, certainly for the foreseeable future. I mean, he has a broken hand right now, and so...
Is it affecting his throwing from the field as well?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he never plays pitch and catch. He very rarely takes BP. It is a, we play Friday night at 7 o'clock. His first swings of the week are usually Friday night at about 7:10 for a home game and 7:02 for a visiting game. So he is playing with a broken hand. He hasn't missed a game. He hasn't missed a workout, any of those kind of things. So he's swinging one-handed, and he is doing phenomenal for us right now. He is just competing at the plate. He's playing great defensively in center field. And what he's doing for our team right now in reality, I think is even cooler than when he did last year when he won the batting title. He's playing hurt. He's helping our team win, and I give him a lot of props for that.
Harrison Bragg didn't have too many at-bats early on in the season,
Right.
And then sometimes when he does play, he does cash in on the opportunities.
Absolutely.
What does a guy like him have to do to sort of gain more playing time and force your hand to the point where he's the guy for you?
Continue to play like you did the other day when he got his opportunity. And, he certainly made the most of it. I think he had 4 hits on the day, a home run, and then 3 hits in the last game. Made his plays defensively. So, we talk all the time about making the most of your opportunity, and he certainly did that on Saturday. And so he's going to be back in the lineup again on Thursday for us. And, just want to continue to see Harrison get better every single day. I want to see Harrison practice really hard every day. I want to see him, on task with a lot of focus, a lot of drive each and every day to become a better player. And he's been a better practice player here lately than he was earlier in the year. And he had a great day the other day. He's going to be right back out there again on Thursday, and we look forward to Harrison continuing to play at a high level for us.
Do you think Denver will be able to make a weekend start for you in the foreseeable future?
He is certainly an option for us. He threw really well last week against Ole Miss in his start. Came in relief against Auburn last weekend and threw the ball really well also. So, yes, he is certainly in the mix. He is certainly in our talks and conversation about making a start potentially as early as this weekend. As of right now, he could certainly pitch out of the bullpen Thursday if we have an opportunity to win the game, or he can find himself starting Friday or Saturday, or he could be pitching out of the bullpen. So, we have so much stuff on the mound that's in flux. It truly is day-to-day for us, and I wish I could just say, hey, these are our guys, and we're going to roll with it. I like the group that's been going out there each weekend. We just want to do everything we can to help our club win as many ball games as possible. And if we have to use those guys out of the bullpen on a Thursday or Friday, we're going to do that. And then so we'll have to find somebody else to start on Saturday. So it truly is, who's available, who's throwing well, who's going to get that opportunity to go out there and help us win games. And if they're throwing well, they're going to keep going back out to the mound.
When you reviewed the Saturday results, you and Coach
Yep.
Henderson, the
Yep.
wild pitches, the walks, the hit.
Sure.
Was it a schematic thing? Was it a game plan? Was it just one of those days?
I just think it was one of those days, and I think there was a really good song that had that title in it years ago. So I just really believe it was just one of those days, and it was just we struggled to throw strikes. We hit some guys. We made some errors that were uncharacteristic of what we've been doing in the past, and we played Auburn 2 times in one day, and we didn't necessarily play great that day. So we have practiced extremely well since then, and know we're going to pitch it well and play really well defensively in College Station this weekend.
Cody's on a 7-game hit streak right now. What's he done well over the last couple of weeks?
Cody Brown has been phenomenal for us this year. I mean, he has played so many different positions. He's hit in so many different spots in the batting order. I have a lot of confidence that Cody can play second base. He can play first base. He can play third base. He can play left field. There's a lot of spots that he can play defensively, but in terms of his offensive approach, he has stayed aggressive. He's using the field. He's hit home runs to dead center. He's pulled balls. He's hit opposite field home runs against Kentucky. So, he has had a tremendous year for us, and I love having him hitting the 4-hole for us. He gives us a veteran at-bat each and every day. He swings at strikes. He usually doesn't expand the strike zone. If he needs to get a bunt down, he could do that. He's just become a great team player for us, and he is having an outstanding senior season.